Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here. Welcome back to Men of War Assault Squad 2 for a mission from the Watch on the Rhine campaign. A very new and very comprehensive campaign that I believe has 4 or 5 missions and some very good detail. So if you're looking forward to seeing this one, make sure you click or tap that like button. And again, remember, with Kappa and Susan Wojcicki closing in our positions, we need every like and every man on the line. So if you'd like to see more of this content not be demonetized, not be marked for kids, and YouTubers going to jail for making a vid, make sure you click or tap that like button. These are insane times we're living in, I swear. Our goal then is to capture 3 farms and push forward. In front of us is the Americans, who have occupied several positions in this town on either side of the river, and it is up to us to clear them out. It seems that our Tiger tanks here, our King Tigers, and actually a King Tiger and a Panther, are out of fuel, and the only thing that can refuel them is an engineering truck on this side of the river. Unfortunately, if we're going to get across, the Americans have a bridge position here that's somewhat well defended. Well, actually just a few troops there, but there are some other things there that might slow us down, including machine guns and whatnot that could prevent us from advancing and getting that fuel over there. The Germans, of course, this is around 1944, 1945, when the Germans are basically being invaded from the east and the west, and the Watch on the Rhine campaign taking place a little earlier than that, as the Americans are about ready to, and British and everyone else, get even closer to Berlin by crossing the Reich and getting closer and closer to Berlin. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started then. Our first goal will have to be to push up on the left side in order to supply those tanks with fuel. Otherwise, the American tanks are going to crush us in no time. I'm going to go ahead and start with the Folsom-Jaeger squad and see if we can push out everything closest to the river. I believe this is being played with the Rob's Realism mod and also the Skins for Rob or Guns for Rob's mod. And so the difficulty really doesn't matter, as the realism is pretty much there for getting shot at. Basically 1 or 2 hits and you're dead. We've got ourselves a Steward here. Looks like another American tank, another M4A1 Sherman. Another tank, which would be another M4A3, or at least Shermans in general. So nothing too worrisome. There's a heavier armored tank down the way here somewhere. Looks like we got ourselves a Wolverine, which is something to be worried about, but not something that's going to stop our advance. Something to just pay attention to. I'm going to command our troops then to push up this way and see if we can capture that bridge. Also, it seems that the Americans have already launched some sort of a scouting party attack or something to try to take these tanks out. We've got our tank crew nearby, but the Folsom-Jaeger squad is going to move up this way. Folsom-Jaeger is going to try to go up to the hilltop here, and we don't want the Americans to discover that we have heavy armor up here, including the Panther tank there, which would be a medium tank, but it is definitely some heavy armor compared to the Americans. So let's get our tank crews organized. Our tank crews then are basically out of the tank, as the Americans don't have much in terms of fuel for it. Oh, there's actually jerry cans here. Interesting. I could probably resupply those tanks a little bit with these small cars here. So there's a chance that we might be able to refuel them. Oh, damn, American artillery already falling on the position. Mortars are going to be brutal. We can call in Folsom-Jaeger reinforcements. Is that a mortar firing or artillery? What the hell is that? Something shot into this, oh, it's the Sherman tank, though I don't think it has range to engage us here. Damn, that is brutal. All right, we need to get our troops up into fighting positions up here. Spread out, gentlemen. Spread out. There we go. All right, well, this is going to be a little bit more difficult than I thought. I didn't think the Americans would have mortars already, wiping out a pretty good chunk of that Folsom-Jaeger squad, but obviously important to get our fuel over here. I don't think these troops will be able to do much else other than supply the Panther and the Tiger with what they need. Mortars are falling on us all over. Damn. All right, I need to get these tanks moving in order to support. Let's get these tanks filled up with a crew of 5. And I'm actually going to have one of these boys grab a jerry can. Actually, let's have 2 of them. You 2 grab some jerry cans, and let's go over to these trucks. Each of these trucks, I think, has a 80 or 60 liter fuel tank. 82 here, so we can at least get about 160. I don't know what the max is, maybe 500 for these tanks. So we'll be able to maneuver a little bit, get us up to the top of the hill, and start coming down on top of the enemy with a little bit of pain. Unfortunately, we don't have much in terms of sanitator. I don't think that tank was the one causing the damage. Where's the damn mortar? The Americans must have a mortar over here somewhere. I can only hear the tank firing, but it should be a little too out of range for that. There's got to be a mortar somewhere. The tank is close, but not enough to fire on this position here. Maybe it was this tank. Ah, it could have been that tank firing over the... yeah, that could have been it. Yeah, and then again, they died over here. Not sure. But anyway, let's continue to funnel in reinforcements. This is... oh, Looks like we have a P.A.Q. here as well. I like how we actually are seeing some of the desert camo for them instead of just the typical camo. It just makes it look a little different. It actually blends in well with the farm fields with all the wheat and stuff. So that's good. Oh, looks like our reinforcements that were meant for the other side came in over here near the bridge. So let's try to push in this way then and try to take that bridge. I guess I thought our reinforcements would come in from the left, but they must come in from the right. Oh, they insta-spawn right here as if it's like Folsom Jaegers being paradropped onto the field, though I don't think in this time they would have that. Get down, boys. I thought I told you all to, damn it, lay down. The MAI will prioritize reloading over cover all the time. It's annoying. Well, regardless, we've got to push up, and it's going to be a brutal advance for us. Looks like there was some artillery used there. I can see some of the grass destroying the cover that our troops had. Let's see. Where's our engineers? Not our engineers, but our tank men. Let's see if I can get that back in their hand. All right, we're going to tell each of these men to fill up. Each jerry can hold 60 liters, so 120 liters worth of fuel can be brought over. And we'll try to get these tanks up there. Luckily, these are pretty much unstoppable tanks, unless the Americans have some really substantial AT around. Well, it looks like our boys are making progress. Well, we're not going to gain ground without losing lives. That's just the way it is. I see the bridge has been destroyed. Damn it. How did that happen? Did the Americans sabotage it? Our troops were nowhere near it. They must have known that we were going to try to cross. There seems to be maybe crossable terrain there. No? Well, it looks like there are like some shallow points that we might be able to cross. Maybe. But maybe not. Well, we need to get those tanks up and running. There's no doubt about it. Let's get our fuel back online. All right, so each soldier carrying 60 liters. Fun fact in Men of War, by the way, if you take the jerry can out of your inventory, the soldiers will run as if they weren't carrying it at all. It's almost like a teleportation move. Oh, this is just brutal. I was hoping for our troops to fare much better. Let's get up off the, there we go. Get up on that damn line. The Americans have 30 cals, maybe 50 cals firing at us. An AT gun there. Something firing into the dirt. Oh yeah, Maxim ×4. Well, no matter what, I got to get their attention. We'll need to keep pushing in the troops. Okay, let's try to get our tank up and running. Fill it up, boys. All right, one is ready to go. The second one being filled now. And what's the crew like on this one? Refuel the Coings Tigers, right. Well, we're supposed to, I think, use the large vehicle, but let's try to figure out how to get this started. Oh, yeah, we got to put her in H. That's right. Come on, start that engine up, boys. There we go. Come on. There we go. Jeez. This thing's going to take 100 liters just to get to the top of the hill. All right, she started at 120. Already burning through 5 liters of fuel just pushing up the hill. All right, we have a Flak Verling and a P.A.Q. at our disposal. These are not weapons that I want to use just yet. Not very good at defensive. There, that's sexy. That is tasty. Now, let the Americans reveal their positions to our Tiger. And let us start shredding them open. AT gun over here somewhere. Oh, it's this one. I thought there was another one. All right, switch to AG and let them have it. That tank can do nothing against us. Or that AT gun is worthless, really. All right, loading an 8.8 centimeter round. And boom. Wow, was that a direct hit? It was. Wow, it just shredded that gun to pieces. Excellent work, boys. All right, now we're starting to make progress. I need to find a way to get across that damn river now. I didn't realize the bridge would be so volatile. Vulnerable, that's the word I want to use. Now let's get our boys to cover. Let's get out of the farm fields. There we go. Take cover for a little bit. So it doesn't look like I can get any reinforcements from the left side, so I've got to eventually clear that open. I can't get reinforcements over here, so the right side's going to have to clear left so we can grab those reinforcements and swing them over here, plus that extra fuel. Coing Tiger isn't going to go anywhere with 100 liters. She's going to get to the bottom of the hill and become a bunker. Unless... Hello, beautiful. The Americans have some equipment here. Ah, beautiful. An American refueler. Excellent. Let's go capture that. That's a top priority. Does that man have a flamethrower? Oh, it's a Panzerfaust. I was like, why does he have a flamethrower? Jaeger flamethrower. Oh, yeah. All right, let's move over this way. We're going to go for that fuel vehicle then. I need to make sure the Americans don't blow it up. So we need to get rid of vehicles like that 50 cal. I say vehicle because the game does qualify it as one with the hard triangle on it. All right, let's keep trying to hit those. German troops are being downed every so often, but let's keep our reinforcements coming. Luckily, Jaegers are very affordable and easy to get here, and they're very good fighters. So we're looking forward to that one. Coing's Tiger firing again at the Maxim machine gun, blowing away its cover, and let's blow away the gun in its entirety. There we go. Beautiful work. Looks like there could be more fuel in these trucks. Any sort of motor pool does have a type of opportunity that we can use to capture more fuel. All right, let's push forward with the Tiger. Lots of ammunition here. That's good. We can always come back to that or bring it up. And we're off. Let the battle begin. We now have a little bit of fuel and a plan. Very strategic mission, as we have a severe lack of materials. No lack of manpower, no lack of motivation. The troops here are ready to fight. Let's rush down that hill, see if we can get cover and concealment behind that thing there. Looks like... Are these actual tank crew? Seems like we have some extra tank crew just in case they die. How many do we have in the Coing's Tiger? We might have one short. Panther can't move till we get some fuel, so we'll have to have the boys move up and secure some positions here. And I'm more than likely not going to move these trucks anywhere. So we could probably have these two swing back and grab some more fuel. Are these the boys who refueled us? Excellent. You can see the objectives there a split second ago, but essentially the main objective is clear map, win war, is essentially what it is. Those are our objectives. All right, our troops are doing a good job of staying in cover as best they can. Small trees and things that they can take cover behind. And it looks like we're starting to really clear out the front now. Well, I'll be damned. The Americans have been wiped from their first positions. 30 cals are down. I actually thought there was a trench here, but looks like perhaps there was just a few troops in cover. All right, the right side is almost clear up to the halfway point. Once this area is clear, that's halfway on the far right side cleared. Left side, I think we're just going to have to stay put. I don't think the Americans will attack. In actuality, I should set up AT guns and prepare to defend our position against an American attack, but right now it's not too much of a concern. All right, let's refuel our Panther. The Panther is more than likely going to be destroyed, but the Coing's Tiger won't, but I need that ammunition on the front line. I need it being put into the American lines. So let's grab some more fuel. Looks like we've got 22 liters in each tank remaining, plus another 200 in the Kubel. Oh, wow, that thing is fully loaded. How the hell do the trucks have only... That's crazy. The trucks only have like... the trucks had like 80 liters or so. But the Kubel had 200. That's the way to go. Let's siphon from that thing. You two come over here. Forget the other one. Let's get these Kubels fully loaded. Sexy to see that wonderful little Coing's Tiger parked here. I believe we're gaining points by more Americans that we're eliminating too on the field. So the more progress we make in terms of eliminating enemy troops, the more that High Command will gain us or grant us in terms of reward. Well, looks like this vehicle also has a 60-liter jerry can on it. Let's grab that too. I want you coming over here. He's got that jerry can now. This man has one too. Hopefully that Men of War AI pathfinding isn't too much of a nightmare. Okay, both those guys. Oh, where's that other guy? They're all dressed in black. There we go. Okay, grab that other fuel tank. Slow but sure. It'll be a lot easier to fill up the fuel from the fuel trucks here. Surprising the Americans didn't actually blow it up, but we got lucky with that. Good ambush. Alright, who's got the fuel tank? That'd be you, sir. Cool that they give you a bunch of jerry cans here, because then you can bring it back and forth, but I'd rather bring the actual vehicle up to the front line, the Tiger or the Panther in this case. Alright, that's one second refuel, and our third fuel tank should be coming through. And I want to leave these other troops around to defend our lines. And man, oh man, these boys should spread the hell out. One grenade, all it takes. A couple of them more than likely dead from 50 cal rounds. Well, not too bad for the Germans. We mostly suffered on the left side and took a few losses here, but now the vehicles have fuel, so that's good. Now, if we're going to cross this river, I think we might have to fight separately all the way up here. That's one area that the Americans can't destroy, and it won't be destroyed by anything. Some sort of a dam or whatnot. So we can go up to that area, but first, we'll have to get these vehicles fully refueled now. So the Panther is ready to fight with 60 liters. Let's fill it up a little bit more. Slow and go for the Germans, but that's all right. Let's leave these men. So this will be our kind of vehicle corps. And I want to bring this guy up here too. And we'll have those two vehicles parked next to the fuel truck when the area is more secure. So let's see. 60 out of 60. Go ahead and refuel. Anybody who's empty can park over here for now. Is this fuel tank empty? It is. Okay. So these guys can be on refuel duty later, as soon as the Panther makes his way up. Let's go ahead and fire that engine up. Come on, baby. Give her a little gas. Pop the clutch. Come on. Come on now. There we go. And away we go. Now, a lot of people like to think that the transmission actually provides forward movement to the tracks, but it actually just grinds inside there. It's actually just moving forward on the love of the fatherland. It's just moving on pure patriotism. But what's actually happening, that noise, is actually just the transmission grinding. It's supposed to be some sort of an intimidation factor that the Germans thought up. He's being funny. He's joking. All right, let's move over this way. Let's get a little closer to these fuel trucks now and make sure that we secure them completely. And let's start pushing forward with the Germans. If we go far right, looks like there's a lot of good cover. Damn, it looks like a round sliced through multiple vehicles and took that tank out. Good job. Wow, and even destroyed this car back here. What the hell? Wow, that was a huge explosion. Took out a portion of the house, vehicles around it. Damn. And it looks like this barracks took a little hit too. I see some debris. Okay, well, now we just need to close it on this section. I was really afraid of this map, thinking that it'd be a lot more difficult than it is, but it's actually doable. Now we have some decent armor here. There we go. We do need to be cautious for American anti-tank, especially bazookas. Shape charges are death. Now we're going to try to get close to that fuel truck. Have our squads push up. Let's capture the other side of the crossroads. And this position here will hold just because I have a feeling we might be able to maybe cross the river somewhere here. It looks too deep, but I don't know. There seems to be some weird... This seems to be shallow, so I'm not sure if this is shallow enough for a vehicle to cross, so I'm going to try to do that. We'll have to experiment a little bit. All right, the tanks have moved up. Look at that. Look at the tracks. You can see where they moved. Isn't that amazing? It's so cool. Very, very cool. All right, let's push forward. All right, German troops are now going to push forward. Some of them out of ammunition. Too bad. It's just the way it is. We're going to push forward and throw grenades if we need to. And this squad here will be on our refuel squad. We have to have a team of people just to refuel vehicles. Well, looks like we were able to pull up here. And this is where that trench is, but it looks like most of the Americans have been dealt with there too. But with no armor, we don't stand a chance even against the lightest of Stuarts. Stay right there, my man. Get down. There we go. I want to set up a perimeter around these vehicles. so we can do a little refueling. Wow, so far so good. I thought we would be faring way worse, and I thought we would have much higher infantry casualties, especially since we're assaulting a defensive line that had AT guns and tanks and such ready, but we were able to minimize those losses. Let's see if this fuel tank actually has barrels on it. Sometimes they have a barrel or two equipped with them. Oh, wow, that's interesting. For some reason, they're also equipped with AT mines and repair kits. For whatever reason, I don't know. But anyway, let's refuel. I don't know exactly how to take the fuel out of the vehicle, though. Out of the fuel tank versus the actual vehicle. So let's try to do that. I'm not sure if I've had to do this before. If I click that, he might just take it out of the actual... Oh, it looks like he did take it out of the tank. Okay. I just wanted to make sure he didn't take it out of the actual fuel tank of the vehicle. Oh, he did. Weird. We might be able to find barrels somewhere. Let's see. Nope. Another jerry can. Well, we got to get these vehicles up to 100 and, I think it's 500 is the max. So let's get these boys working. A little bit of a pit stop in order to get our machines up and running, but fuel is fuel. Cool thing is if we keep coming here, we actually get some bonus bucks to spend on some other stuff if we're a frequent customer of the American fuel supply. If we drop by enough. Alright, let's grab another tank. This man is ready to go. So let's see, we're at 196, so we're trying to get, I think, to 500 is our max. And this vehicle has an extra of... I don't know how we get the actual fuel out of the tank. Better give the Tiger a little bit of love just in case. Go ahead and grab the rest of that fuel there. Yeah, there should be a storage of fuel inside the vehicle itself. But anyway, at least our vehicles have something to push forward with now. And our reinforcements have arrived too. We just called up another group of Fallschirmjäger in order to clear the way in front of the tanks. These other guys are kind of exhausted from the first battle. But the fuel line has been secure. And I think what we need to do is probably push up to eliminate some tanks here. Looks like the Americans aren't even ready. There's a hell of a lot of fuel there. I do not want to hit that. Oh, man, please don't. Oh, if these tanks go up, it's all over. Like, I have to eliminate the tank to get close, but there's a lot of yummy fuel there. Man, oh, man. I should probably get some more fuel before we move over there. Let's see if we can siphon from any vehicle that's American. Grab from that one too. Okay, we're going to try to clear out this section on the far right, and then we'll push forward on the left. So let's just try to push up to here, and I'll throw some grenades over the wall if we need to clear it. And then I'm going to start moving left. So the purpose of moving on the left will be to eliminate two tanks, one facing us, an M4A3 Sherman, and another one, which looks to be, yep, M4A1 on this side. And then, looks like they might, yeah, they do have a mortar, too. Is that a 60 millimeter? Should be a one-man. I think that's an 82 millimeter. I think the Americans use that. 81 millimeter. Range 195, 9 rounds per minute. Okay. It's quite a lot of rounds. Alright, I think we're going to take the road. The GPS, the German positioning system, tells us to take the road, so here we go. We'll keep these boys near the truck, just in case we get into trouble. Alright, there are Americans inside this area with the gazebo. Looks like they're just kind of hanging out. I see troops, but they're like kind of just concealed, and there's really no way in there. So maybe we can send a warm welcome in the form of 88 millimeters. However, this vehicle doesn't seem to have HE round. It does, okay. Seems like this is going to fire to Sherman, though, so let's let it do its thing. Is the tank ready to fire here? Looks like they want to fire, but it might be out of range, or there's no clear shot. So let's switch to HE. We're going to try to clear out this position now. Just take down this wall and see if we can get in there and take out the interesting. We actually made a hole in the wall. Where's our machine gunner? Oh, frag out. Well, the Americans did themselves wrong. Them throwing those grenades have opened them up to a response from the Tiger. Or from the Panther, rather. Alright, some of these men are going to have to go back for resupply. We'll send them back. I want to stay more focused on the front, though. Got a couple men down. Let's send up reinforcements. This Panther is way more focused on trying to take out the tank to our left. Sometimes you gotta drive it manually. There we go. Or drive it like you stole it, I suppose. Technically, the fuel is stolen, so that does make sense. All right, around this way, we've got some Americans. Looks like rear echelon troops. Let's go ahead and toss some grenades. They had the same idea. Just run. There's somebody firing with an M1 Garand. Oh, boy, again. I wish that AI was a little smarter, too. A lot of the times when a grenade drops like that, all of the AI will try to jump on the grenade to throw it away. And in actuality, if they just kind of ran away from it, they'd be fine. All they need to do is run a little bit. I hear some rounds being exchanged. Looks like the Sherman here is woken up. Down, boy. Go to bed. There we go. Okay, that's one out of the way. Second tank is here, but I don't think we're going to be able to hit that one as easily, and I don't want to fire because of the fuel. It's going to be such a mess to take out the remaining Americans here. Let's see if we can get to cover. I don't even see where they are. There's a lot of just junk here. It's hard to just see. One in the window. One tried to throw a grenade at us. One behind the house now. Should be our last enemy troop. Frag out. Let's go over here. Someone a little wounded from our own grenade, but could you... There we go. I was going to say, could you shoot the guy? There we go. Oh, it looks like there is one more. Where is he at? Just want to make sure we're completely clear. We got to make sure everyone's gone, because if they have a bazooka or something and they hit the tank, it's all over. There is a machine gunner versus a... Alright, cool. Alright, all done. Oh, and good. We captured the hotel according to the game. That was an objective. Wonderful. I wonder if we get any more reinforcements or anything. Any American counterattack or reinforcement? Nope. Okay, well, that was a very good thing. The hotel is now captured in our control. Here, 50 caliber firing. Pull out your rifle, goofball. There you go. All right, Koenigstarger is ready to go. I think we'll have to have our troops try to capture that fuel depot quietly and then try to come back over with the fuel. The Panther now has an ability to flank the, what is it, M36? No, the GMC M10. The 76mm Wolverine. We've got a Stewart here. I'm really not seeing anything that can threaten us. Chaffies, I'm not seeing like a Firefly. I don't see any British support or any Pershing tanks or any sort of heavy AT. Bazookas are still a threat, so we want to be on the lookout for those, because they can eliminate us at close range. So let's continue to creep up and support that infantry. If we had more tanks, I would still probably be using a few at a time like this, because it's just too troublesome to bring up too many vehicles at once, especially more surgical strikes trying to conserve fuel, both being captured on the field and also of our own vehicles. So we want to make sure that when we move, it's one direction, and that direction is forward here. We want to make sure we don't get delayed by anything or sidetracked. Alright, the Americans still have the other side of the river, and damn, we destroyed another vehicle on the other side. That other tank that was pestering us from before got taken out. Maybe one of our boys hopped up and had a Panzerfaust or something for him. Good. Good progress. Alright, into the field, and let's push forward. We've got access to another wave of Folsomjägers. I'm going to use them and see if I can eventually push them to the left flank. But right now, let's just keep going slow, little by little, and clear out the Americans. By now, the Americans probably would have been able to outmaneuver us with their vehicles, but it is difficult for them to attack and defend at the same time. Looks like we got some sort of a vehicle firing. It might be that one. Oh, damn. Let's get inside this American foxhole. Away from the river. Displace from there. We'll try to continue our attack here. This farm fence is in the way. We'll have to blow it out of the way with a grenade. I think that'll work. I don't want the AI to go all the way around. Oh, it looked like it did damage to the fence posts, but it didn't actually clear it out of the way. Damn. It looks like they got some sort of mortar on us, so we got to stay closer to the tank. Eventually, if we clear the entire western side of the river, we'll be able to look towards the east and start firing at the Americans from our side of the town, and start clearing them out pretty easily, especially with our Tigers, or rather Panthers, at our disposal. Looks like it's going to be rather tight in there. So let's bring Big Boy over. Looks like he's firing still on armor piercing. Bring him a little closer. Just a little. And good. If they're firing artillery at our infantry, that means they're not going to fire it at the tanks. And infantry are in pretty good cover, and they're just firing on that, so that's fine. Okay, let's follow the tank. Crack it. Hold on. Who's firing now? Ah, ugly. You're awfully sassy for 75 millimeters. Go to bed. There we go. Wow, only one survivor from that. All right. Tiger turning its sights to other targets. Let's block and let's get refuel core up here. I don't think we're going to need to probably capture this next position here to get full tank. So we'll have to push forward with infantry and possibly a Panzerfaust to knock that thing out. And I have my regrets of even wanting to fire in there. But if there's also a big firefight with the Americans, it could also destroy that vehicle too. The engineering truck, I think, is what I want most. Let's try to push up the roadway here. And we'll have these boys cover their advance. Panther also has vehicles in front of it, so let's take some targets down. Time to multitask. She's almost reloaded, so she should be able to fire at some targets. Ah, the gun can actually pop right over the top. Look at that. Yeah, right there. That's good. Excellent. Perfect. M10 Wolverine didn't even see us. Beautiful. Looks like the artillery is quieted down. Alright, the next goal then is to take this fuel center. Once that's complete, we'll refuel our tanks and try to push to the far right side. And it looks like the Americans just have some light fighting positions here. With that complete, looks like we'll take another fuel dump. But we want to then start picking off vehicles and cleaning up infantry. These vehicles really don't look that great. Nothing that can really stop us. Panther is 35 rounds, good. And King Tiger is down to 32 HE with another 34 anti-tank rounds, good. Wow, it's going to be a hell of a battle. Slow but sure, kind of cleaning, you know, room by room, house by house kind of thing. By now, I would assume the American Air Force would have been able to pick off our tanks and or our infantry. Especially since we're moving on roads and in convoy. This battle shouldn't have even happened. We're just trying to move up to defend the tanks. We don't want that left flank a little bit more secure, but we need a piece of armor over there. Man, even if I had a Stug or hell, even a Hetzer, I'd be able to start popping Stuarts and then Shermans in the side and start cleaning up on both sides. So essentially, you're going to see me push all the way to the south, then the east, across this bridge, and or put some units here to fight. And then we'll have to just launch Operation Cleanup with these remaining troops here. Maybe we can get some more across the river, too. Is there not ammunition for these boys? Ah, there they go. Looks like we have tank ammunition, too. That's good. Why don't you guys drop over here, too. I'll keep those guys for reserves. We got enough to keep track of anyway. All right, let's spread out the boys. Push forward just a little bit. Light fire from the Americans. Luckily, no real work from the mortar. That's been silenced. Alright, we're going to start closing in on this town now. We'll lose a few men here, but I got to hit them head on to distract them. We're going to turn their heads towards the Tiger, and then we're going to get this Falsamier squad to kind of sneak in from behind. There's good cover here if they can get close to that tank. And maybe we can take it out with a Panzerfaust. Just move. Well, it's going to get a lot messier. We're assaulting a town where the Americans are pretty well dug in. They're on that mortar again. And everyone is bleeding. Jeez. It's ridiculous mechanic in Robs. It's just annoying. But it's realistic, so it makes sense. Oh. Alright, well, this did allow the squad to sneak in relatively undetected. Looks like somebody's not on that mortar. Interesting. Well, we should be able to pick up the pace with our attacks now that we've got two functioning vehicles. We just need a little bit more fuel, especially in the King Tiger. Panther here's got a great lookout on everything. But now we need a Panzerfaust to land one good hit here. Somebody must have a Panzerfaust. Ah, even better, a Panzer Shrek. All right, good night. Sherman hitting the side. Reloading. Well, I didn't want that to happen, but it was inevitable, I think. Oh, damn, and now we're being attacked. Yeah, that Sherman, if I didn't kill it, it would have been able to kill our infantry. And I have my doubts of barrel even being in there. Oh, damn, I've opened up a whole can. That's too much. Pull back, boys. It's too much trouble. Pull on back. Well, we've got another tank out of the way. The only other way that could have played out is maybe the vehicle didn't explode and then maybe there was a little bit of fuel, but regardless, there are still some vehicles here we can capture. Like, for example, this WC-56. This probably has 200 liters of fuel in it, so it's just fine, but oops. Oh, well. All right, guys, that is it for today's episode of Men of War Assault Squad. Please join me on the front lines of fighting Kappa and Susan Wojcicki. Join the army by clicking and tapping the join button, the subscribe button, and more importantly, the like button if you'd like to see more of this content tomorrow. Let me know. Show me you love it, and I'll be back with more tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.